Hello everybody, this is Bi-Neh with Family Travel Africa, and today we are going to be making Beignet Sucré!
Beignet Sucré, Sucré. As you can see, we are wearing Christmas wear. We're feeling pretty Christmassy, and the thing about Christmas is we all get festive. It takes us back down memory lane as kids and the things we loved coming together during the Christmas season. For me, growing up in Yaoundé, one of the things that I absolutely loved was going to the boulangerie or the bakery and getting nice, warm beignets covered in sugar. And Bi-Neh has had the chance to taste these when we would visit Cameroon, and Grandma would go get them for you. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like them?
They're really good.
One thing that I will share, if you are from Cameroon, these are affectionately called Lefombo. Can you say that, Bi-Neh? Lefombo. So we are going to show you how to make Beignet Sucré or Lefombo. Let's get started. So Bi-Neh is going to go over our ingredients here. Bi-Neh, what do we have?
So we have 3 cups of flour and a half cup of water and a half cup of milk, and we warmed it up so it's a little warm right now.
So lukewarm milk?
Yes. And a half of sugar. A quarter of sugar.
That's a quarter cup of sugar.
Sorry.
We've got
1 egg.
Okay, and
1 packet of yeast.
So that's your rapid rising yeast. Here's a stick of butter. How much are we going to use? Half of that, right?
Yes, we're going to cut that.
So we're going to use half a stick of butter.
Yes.
And we have some baking powder.
We're going to use a teaspoon.
So 1 teaspoon.
Yes.
Very
and
good.
We have, last but not least, a dash of salt.
Which you can't see on this white plate, and we promise you it's in there.
We promise. So for our first step, we are going to be washing our hands because we are going to start making the dough. The first thing we are going to do for the dough is we have our flour here. We are going to put our quarter cup of sugar and our salt. Here's the dash of salt. And do not forget the teaspoon of baking powder.
I can help you with that.
So all of our dry ingredients except for the yeast first.
Okay, and so you just want to mix that up with your hands. Okay, and this is all hands-on, right, Bi-Neh?
Yes.
So I will help you as far as putting the yeast in the milk.
Yes.
Okay, so
Here's the milk.
thank you, and I'll do that. I've opened up my yeast and we're gonna pour it into the warmed milk and mix it around
with a fork. So Mama, if the milk wasn't warm, it wouldn't mix around very well with rice.
The warm and the heat actually helps activate the yeast, you know? So remember, the yeast is fungus.
And it helps things rise.
Helps things rise. So we're gonna let that sit for a while. And now we want to get our butter. So I can help you with that. And then you can just save your fingers for the finger action you've got coming your way. So this is butter that has been out at room temperature, right, Bi-Neh? And so just half.
Put that
much.
in.
Some recipes I saw actually talked about using oil, and we're gonna stick with butter because we know butter in this setting. And now Bi-Neh is just gonna mix
with my hands.
With her hands. And you want to mix it as fine as you can, so you're gonna be doing this for a little while. Really trying to get that.
Try to make the butter.
You want to get it all in there. You're gonna kind of mix it around. And so at this point, we're going to add our milk.
it is activated?
No, we'll find out.
And now
You do the same thing. Keep going.
oh, it's warm.
Yep, nice and warm, so not hot, nothing that can burn you.
Okay.
I'm going to add some water little by little. Water is room temperature.
Oh, the water.
So this recipe should make between 20 and 25 beignets, depending on the size, obviously.
More water?
More water. Get it in there.
I have to get the flour on the bottom. Wow, sticky.
Very sticky. Very sticky. But that's good. You know you're getting there. You expect it to be this way.
Okay, more water.
I'm actually going to
Put the egg.
put your egg. Here comes our egg incoming. Alright.
This would be weird squishing an egg.
Well, you go for it.
Oh boy.
You like that kind of stuff. Squish, squish, squish. Very good. So now we're actually going to flour our surface. Let's make sure it's nice and dry, Bi-Neh. So get a paper towel and let's just wipe it down. So push out to the side. Just going to use some flour. Just a little bit of flour. And dust around, dust around. Here we go. Alright, so this is good. And we're gonna, so it's very stretchy. You can see that. You stretch it out, it comes right back. Oop, oop. Alright, so enough of that. What we're going to do now is let it rest, right, Bi-Neh?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna put it in a bowl and let it rest for an hour. Because every good dough needs some rest.
Say what? She had to connect it.
Welcome back, everyone. Our dearest Bi-Neh has gone to do, guess what? Tennis, track. She's at the park, track practice. So it's been an hour since we left our dough to rise, and I can't wait to show you what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and roll these balls up, and they'll take another 40 minutes before we have to fry them up. So she just might be back by then. And so this is what our dough now looks like. I think you remember it was a lot less earlier. I've got to show you, this is quite impressive. I love the way it's risen, and it's gonna do even better once we roll these up into little balls. So just a little bit more flour. It's still quite a bit sticky, which is how we like it. And I'm actually gonna use a rolling pin to roll it out. And that way we can get a certain thickness, and that will help in sizing our balls. Got a little helper. So as you can see, we went for it. We rolled up 25 balls. So these balls are not all perfectly sized, but pretty close. So that way they kind of fry at the same time, at the same temperature, and ready at that time. So we're gonna actually let these rise for another 45 minutes, and then we will get to frying. Hi everyone, I'm back with Bi-Neh. She went to the park and did a quick track workout, and I wanted you to see what this looks like now. We let it rise again. So they have pretty much doubled in size, and even though they're not all perfectly sized up, our goal is to fry the ones that are most similar in size, and we should get a very even product. So we're gonna move over to
the
stovetop, and we already have our oil heated. It should be between 160 and 175 degrees Fahrenheit. So we did use our thermometer, and we're gonna head over there. Try to avoid whatever splash. So we've got this
Beignet Sucré.
Beignet Sucré, Lefombo. And as you saw earlier, all we did was get it out of the frying, the pan that was frying, and just dipped it in that granulated sugar. And we tried to do a little fancy, a little stacking action for y'all. But this is nice. Down. So Bi-Neh, you're our first taster. Gets messy. Gets messy.
This is so good.
It's very nice. Quite different from the puff puff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
So the rolling action, you know, having us let it rise twice makes a difference. You know, puff puff is more like a drop type fry when you do it, and so you kind of get a different product. So this is all that's left. We started out with 25. Poor Azet hasn't had any. And here we are, down to the last, maybe 10. So we have to save some for him. And it was so good. Right, guys?
Yeah. I had 3.
What is so special about it is
I
that
had 4.
fried on the outside, baked on the inside, all that sugary goodness. Until next time, stay tuned, Family Travel Africa.
Bye. I hope you like my video. Yes, you do. Subscribe.